What's up, everybody? Welcome back to Team Fish Knuckles YouTube channel. Today is Way Back Wednesday, and today we have 2007 World decks. On the left is me, and I am playing Flyvees. It is the Junior Division Champion in 2007, made by Jun Hasebe. I guess that's how you say his name. I'm not 100% sure how to say it. And on the right we have Kitten Anderson playing Tom Roos. Roos. He is the Masters Division Champion, and he is playing Legendary Ascent. Sorry, I don't know what I'm saying. But you see that I start a Trap Inch and 2 EVs, and that Kitten starts Absolutely X. And I'm been looking at my phone a lot to remember what these cards do. So we see Kitten put down a Tree Stump, and I think he's Oracle. What is that? He is playing. I think it's a Holland Mentor, if I remember correctly. A Holly Mentor. So you have to discard your hand. If you can't discard a card from your hand, you can't play this card. Set your deck for 3 base Pokemon that have 100 HP or less. Show them to your opponent and put them into your hand. So basically, just a way to get Pokemon out. Now, Kitten's deck focuses around like EVs and using Geotone EX, which if you evolve puts 10 damage down each Pokemon on the other side. And mine uses Flygon. Oh, sorry about that. Camera kind of messed up there. But like I've shown in the earlier videos, I'm still not 100% sure how to play these decks. I am still learning how to really use them. But we see Kitten grab 3 EVs, and let's see what Giant Stump does. So Giant Stumped, when Giant Stump comes into play, each player discards bench Pokemon and any of the cards attached to them until he or she has 3 bench Pokemon. So basically it makes it where you can't have more than 3 bench Pokemon, which kind of helps Kitten out because I can't get multiple Flygons out or Trapinches out. So here we go to my turn. I'm not really sure what I put down. You see me reading stuff, and you see a Jolteon EX in my hand. And like I said, Jolteon EX does 10 damage to every Pokemon in play. I think I put a Trapinch down. Yeah, that's what I did. Let's see if any Jolteon EX has anything else to do. Yeah, so once during your turn, when you play Jolteon EX from your hand to evolve on your Pokemon, you may put 1 damage counter on each one of your opponent's Pokemon. Which, of course, why would you not want to? That's why you have it in the deck. You kind of see me deciding what to do. I think I have a Copycat in my hand, which I know that shuffles your hand into your deck and draws many cards the opponent has. We see Second Energy go into the Trapinch. And I'm trying to get a Flygon EX. Now, Flygon EX, what that does is, for 2 Psychics and a Colorless, it does 80 damage. It does 10 damage to each of your opponent's bench Pokemon that has damage counters on it. So right now, since I already put the damage counters on it, the 80 will have to active put 10 on the bench. It's kind of a way how to like stack damage. This deck was all about like spreading energies, not spreading energies, spreading damage counters. And Flygon also said, as long as Flygon EX is your active Pokemon, put 1 damage counter on each of your opponent's bench Pokemon between turns. So basically, in between turns, you can do 20 damage to a basic Pokemon, and then when you hit 80 plus 10, you can basically do like 30 damage to basic Pokemon on the bench. Well, if they already have 10 damage on it, if that makes sense at all. But here I play Copycat, like I said. Shuffle your hand into your deck, draws any cards the opponent has. I know what that does. So then we see a Vibrava. Let's see if that does anything. You can see me can kind of read it. Now, Kitten is really good with these decks. He's played them a lot. But Vibrava, it does. For Colors, it does 20. And for Psychic and Colors, it does 30. And if the defending Pokemon EX, that Pokemon is now confused. So it kind of confuses Absol. So we see Kitten get the Holland Transceiver. And I think that search your deck or discard pile for a Holland card and use it. I could be wrong. Let's see here. The deck does play for. I see him getting a Holland something. But yeah, Holland Transceiver. Search your deck for a supporter card that has Holland in his name. Show it to your opponent and put it in your hand. So it's just kind of a way to like power up your deck. It's kind of like Skylab, but it doesn't count as a. I guess trying to think of a card that searches out supporters, but I can't think of any. I guess it's like a Jirachi, but Jirachi only kind of limits to or Jirachi kind of only plays at the bench. But here we see Holland. Oh, that's not Tree Stump. That's something else that Kitten has in play. Oops. I think he used Holland Adventurer, which I think is yeah. So Hall Adventure, discard a card from your hand. If you can't discard a card from your hand, you can't play this. You draw 3 cards, and if it has a delta in its name, draw 4 cards. So he actually has a. Why can't I find it? Windstorm. Why can't I find that Tradium? Oh, that stadium that he's using right now. I'm failing right now. I'm sorry, guys. Well, I can't find it. I don't know what it is that he's using. Maybe I'm looking at the wrong deck list, but I think I'm looking at the right deck list. I know it's if you don't have any special energies in your discard pile, you can grab an energy out of the discard pile. I think that's what it says, and that's why he kind of like discarded the energy and brought it back up. I can't remember what the card is called right now, and it's killing me right now. I know exactly what it does. I'm saying it like that's exactly what it does. But here in my side, I play a Holland Transceiver. I'm trying to think what I want to do. We saw Kitten not attack with the Absol. He's too scared to get hurt with the confusion if he flips tails. There's Legend of Zelda music playing in the background of mirrors. Yeah, for some reason I can't find the deck, or what stadium it is. Unless it's Giant Stump and Kent was lying to me the whole time. Let's see. Maybe he's not playing. Okay, yeah, the other deck was Rambolt, which is Bayonet, and Swift and Polion. So he has to be playing Flyvees. I mean, Legendary Ascent. So I don't know what that is. So I use Holland's Scientist, maybe? I kind of missed what happened. But we see I got a flag on in play, but the problem is I don't have energy right now. I think that's what it is. So we see me kind of whipping energies right here. And if I had energy, I think Absol only has 90. I could be wrong. Let's see here. Absol has 100 HP, so I wouldn't knock it out right now, but I'd still do 80 to it. So we see Kitten's Jolteon EX come down, put 10 damage on each one of Pokemon. And then he uses, oh man, so bad with these cards. I don't even know what picture that is. But we see him get another Jolteon down. So right now he has 2 Jolteons coming down, doing 20 damage to every Pokemon in play. And here we see a Super Scooper from Kitten. Let's see. Heads. So we're going to see Kitten put 30 damage counters down this turn, which is really nice. Like I said, these decks all evolve around spread damage. So we see another Jolteon coming down, putting now everybody has 30 HP on them, or 30 damage on them. And let's look at Absol real quick. Absol EX. Once during your turn, when you put Absol EX from your hand onto your bench, you may move 3 damage counters from one of your opponent's Pokemon to another of his or her Pokemon. So when you put Absol EX down, you can put 30 damage from another Pokemon to another one to kind of knock it out, to kind of manipulate the damage. And for Psychic Pulse, it does 30 damage. For Darking Colors, it does 10 damage to each of your opponent's bench Pokemon that has any damage counters on it. So once again, you're kind of just spreading the damage around that way. So we see Kitten here retreat, and I think he's going to send up Rayquaza EX. Let's see what Big Bad Rayquaza EX does. Special Circuit. For Lightning and Colors, choose one of your opponent's Pokemon. This tag does 30 damage to that Pokemon. If you choose a Pokemon that has a Pokepower or Pokebody, this tag does 50 instead. So he can kind of like snipe that Trapinch if he wants to kind of knock it out. He can do 50 to the Jolteon EX if he wants to. And then for 2 Lightning and 2 Colors, it does 70. So we see Kitten, yeah, do Special Circuit to the active, doing 50. And here we see me playing a Holland. Who knows where that card is? I don't even know. I already lost it. But then we get a Rare Candy and the other Flygon. And this is where kind of the synergy goes into. I can't remember exactly what it does right now. I'm going to look it up real quick. So that's the other Flygon, which once during your turn before you attack, you may move a basic energy card or a Delta Rainbow Energy card from your hand to one of your Pokemon that has Delta on its card. So basically, I can move energies with the other Flygon. So, but I still don't have any energies. That's the problem I have right now. Not sure whose turn it is either. Oh, so I kind of just passed. Maybe I should have moved the energy off the active to the bench trap pinch. But that's kind of just inexperience on my part. But let's see here. Kitten does another 60 damage to me. How much HP does that Flygon have? It seems to have a lot. So Flygon EX has 150. So we see a Hollow Cast Form, and so what Hollow Cast Form does is, wait, hold on a second. I might have read the other Flygon wrong. I think the other Flygon lets me put 2 energies down a turn. But we'll go back to that in a second. So Hollow Cast Form is you attach it to 20 Pokemon, and you take an energy off your Pokemon, and it counts as 2. So now that Cast Form is like a Psychic Energy and a Colorless Energy, if I remember correctly. I think that's how it works. Let me go back to Flygon and put the other Flygon on the Flygon EX. You may move. Oh, sorry, it's not move. You may attach an energy. So that way I can like attach 2 energies per turn if I want to. So now that I cast form, I used the cast form, I can actually attach the Psychic Energy to Flygon, which I think is what I did. I could be wrong, and maybe I did it wrong. I know Kent was helping me play this deck because, like I said, I'm not 100% sure how it really works. So here I do 80 and then 10 to everybody. Kind of spread the damage around. So on to Kent's turn. Sorry I don't know what these supporters do. I think I just use Marley's Request. I could be wrong though. Oh, yeah, I'm looking at Ken's list. Oh no, not. Maybe a Field Worker? Yeah, I'm not sure what card I just used. Sorry. I see a Windstorm in my discard pile. I think that's what that is. Besides, I'm not really sure what's going on supporter-wise. But here we see Kent use the Rayquaza's attack, putting 60 on the active. Now, it's kind of up to my turn. I think Jolteonix has free retreat, that's why I sent it up. But I only have 2 cards in my hand, too, as you can see. It's not going so good for me. Kind of dead drawing here. So here I go asking Kitten what does Jolteonix do. So I'll tell you what Jolteonix does. I don't think I actually went over its attack. So Jolteonix, second bite, 20 damage plus 10 more damage for each counter on the defending Pokemon. So that's kind of a way how you can kind of like start stacking up Pokemon. So we see me use a Hollow Mentor, but you have to discard a card to even use it. So that card is Power Tree. Again, just told me. Alright. Let's see if I can find it. Power Tree. I found it. Thanks, Kitten. So that's what the stadium is. Power Tree. Yeah, we established this. So Power Tree says once during each player's turn, if that player has no special energies in his or her discard pile, that player searches his or her discard pile for a basic energy card, show it to the opponent, and put it in his or her hand. So Kitten's like, wait, you can use Power Tree to get energy, and then you can use whatever Holland card that is. I'm not really up to date with the Holland cards. So here we see I discarded Lightning. I think it's Mentor. Let's see here. Yeah, it's Mentor. So discard a card from your hand. If you can't discard a card from your... Oh, I think I went over this. Yeah, so you search your deck for 3 basic Pokemon. So I get the cast form. I think about this time I'm realizing that it's really good to get the cast forms. And it actually plays an Electro too. Let's see. So I grabbed a Spearow. So I know it plays Spearow. We'll go over what Spearow does real quick. So Spearow, it says once during your turn before you attack, you may search your deck for a Pokemon that has a Delta on its card. Show it to your opponent and put it in your hand. Shuffle your deck afterwards. You can't use more than 1 Delta sign Pokepower each turn. So basically, it helps you like search out Pokemon. It would have been kind of nice to get this out earlier. And here we see Electrode. So Electrode provides 1 energy, while Flygon provides 2. I mean, not Flygon. Cast form provides 2. I could be wrong. Let me make sure real quick. Yeah. So cast form is 2 and Electrode is 1. So. Alright. I'm getting used to naming this stuff. So here we see Electrode go into the Jolteon. And then I use Spearow, or not Spearow, the Rayquaza to attach another energy to the Vibrava. And here actually knock out the Rayquaza EX with Vibrava. Now this might be a kind of bad decision because now I think Jolteon might be able to knock me out. But I could be wrong. Kitten says there's no way I can get 2 energies on the Jolteon to knock you out. And I said I know, but I'm still scared. So here we see Kitten drop a Lickitung. Oh, good old Licky Licky. Let's see what Lickitung does. It only plays 1. And also, I'll leave the decks down below, too. I know I always say that, and I always do. But, let's see. For colors, it does Lap Up, which draw 2 cards. And for Psychic Energy, it does Delta Mind. Put 1 damage counter on one of your opponent's Pokemon. If the Pokemon has a Delta on its name, put 3 damage counters on it instead. So kind of just wait to snipe damage counters, or snipe damage if you need to. So what's Kitten else doing? We see they were kind of tied 4-4. I think Kitten has the better advantage right now because I don't have to. I need another Trapinch down. Maybe I dropped too many EVs early. But here we see Lickitung doing 30 to Vibrava. Now if I can get like a Flygon down, which we didn't see one in my last turn, be really good. Me and Kitten trying to figure out how to attach, because I have a cast form and a Psychic Energy in my hand. But we're trying to figure out how does it work, where I can use both. So I could Delta Spy the Psychic Energy to the active, and then I could attach the cast form to the bench. Okay, see, this is where I cast form to put 2 energies on the Jolteon, then I use Copycat. Sorry, I was trying to listen to see what was going on. So, I Delta Signed with the Flygon on the bench to put a Psychic Energy onto Vibrava, and then I use cast form to put it on the Jolteon. So that's kind of how I attach 2 energies. Like I said, cast form does count as 2 rainbow kind of energies. So it can be like 2 lightning or whatever I want it to be. So I did get another Flygon down, which is really nice. Now I can do 80 and 10 to all Pokemon on the bench with I think it actually knocks out Lickitung. I see Kitten already grabbing it up. Let's see. Oh yeah, Lickitung only has 60. I don't know what I'm just attaching. I don't know what I was trying to throw down my Flygon. Now Kitten has to do 120 damage next turn to actually knock me down. I still can't. I'm nervous about what's going to happen. Kitten's like, there's no way I can do 120 damage next turn. But that's just me freaking out because I don't know anything. But we see the EV take 2 damage counters because of the ability and my attack. So right now it's 3 to 4 prizes. I am up, which is very surprising because I have literally no idea what I'm doing at this time. We see Ken drops a Professor Animal. I know exactly what that does. Search your deck for an evolution card, put in your hand. I think it's a Jolteon. It is bright as the sun right now, but I'm already moving the damage around, so it's exactly what it is. It is a Jolteon. I know Kitten said there was no way he could do 120 damage, but knowing him, he'll find a way to do 120 damage. Here we see Dark Energy going to the Absol. We see the Delta Tree, whatever it's called. So this Absol is about to do a lot. It's about to take 2 knockouts. So Absol, like I said, it does 30 damage and put 10 damage on each of your bench Pokemon that already has damage counters on it. So it's going to knock out that Eevee, and it's going to knock out the other Eevee. Spearow goes with the 20, and everybody else takes 10. So Ken takes a double knockout there. Now all he has to do is knock out an EX, and he can win next turn, which is crazy. Now on to my turn. Is there a way I can win? Not 100% sure. I can knock out Absol, but Absol gets me 2 prizes. I have to knock out something else. Maybe, how much is Jolteon? I think Jolteon X has 100 HP. Oops. Jolteon X, it has 100. So if I can get like double Absol down this turn, but I don't know how many Absol. I don't even know if I play Absol in my deck. I'm just saying stuff right now. I can move 32. That's not enough either. Yeah, it would be. But sadly, my deck doesn't play Absol, so I can't do no Absol shenanigans. What am I using right now? I'm using Holland Transceiver. So like I said, Holland Transceiver lets you search your deck and or discard pile for any Holland supporter card. You see Kent looking through my discard pile. He's telling me, hey, it can look through your discard pile. I think he pointed out something. I'm not really sure what card that was he just looked at. Sorry, I'm listening to try what's going on. Ken, for some reason, said I have no recovery. Wait, I see an Absol in my hand. Oh, so I do play 1 Absol. But with that 1 Absol, I won't be able to do enough damage. I could put 30 from somebody and like make a Jolteon. I can make one of the Jolteons at 70. But then like I would be 10 damage short from knocking out Jolteon. So I would need another. And I need one of those EVs that he had knocked out. If he didn't knock out one of those EVs, I can evolve to Jolteon and actually win that way. But since he knocked out both my EVs, there's no way I can Jolteon here. But here I see an Absol. There might be a way I can win, and I just didn't know about it. Maybe somebody else who's actually played these decks can tell me where I messed up. Here I got a Cast Form too, and an Electrode. So me and Kid are talking about right now. I could lay down the Absol and drag up 30 from a bench to the active, but then he can extend up the Jolteon that I can't knock out. So yeah, the only way I can win kind of right now is I have 2 Absols. I guess here I'm just trying to spread the damage around. Trying to get ready. But we all shouldn't really play these games once. Maybe I would play more. I probably would have known what I was doing. But like I said, I'm learning. These games will get better, I promise. And we have a bunch of other decks too that we need to show off. So let's see. Trying to debate what's going on. I'm taking a long time to decide what I'm going to do. I think at the time I wasn't really sure what I was going to do. I guess if I want to, can I even attack with that Flygon on the bench? I don't know how many energies are on it. I don't think I can. Yeah, I'm 1 energy short from attacking with the Flygon on the bench. Maybe if I did that, you'd have to take out 2 knockouts. But here I knock out the Absol, go down to 1 prize. But sadly, I think that's the game here. I have no idea what Ken's doing right now. Ken's getting Absol, double Absols. So we just see him move 60 damage with double Absols to kind of knock out my Jolteon and win the game there. So we see Ken's deck kind of work, how powerful Absol and Jolteon really are, and that's why it did win Masters that year. Sadly, I was not able to beat Kitten, but maybe next time we'll be able to beat him. And I'm sorry, I'm really shaky on knowing these cards. I'm getting better though. I promise. I used to be really bad at these decks, but now I'm slowly getting better at them. But hopefully next time when you see 2007, I'm actually knowing what I'm doing. But thanks for watching. If you liked the video, please comment, subscribe if you haven't. Alrighty, thanks for watching. Alrighty, bye.